This mission of yours is gonna cost you dearly.
What's up, YouTube? This your boy Civil Wolf TV, back with another banger. Before we get started, I want to give some shout out. Salute to my man, Big Banky Pound over in DC, Big Lee, Fleece Johnson, and Unique Audio. Salute, my guys. Y'all keep the good work up. Continue doing a good job, brothers. Now, let's get back to what we here for. OG Nitty, what's going on, my brother?
Man, what's going on, man? Man, I just had to deal with a situation, man, where I had to stand on business. And as y'all go see when you first tap on, man, first subscribe. However, right, I won't go into detail of that, but man, I'm just really getting tired of people saying shit out their mouth that they not willing to stand on. Like, it's okay to be yourself and to stay in your lane. See, this is why so many people is getting told on, right? We talk about, the street dudes, street niggas. We talking about them. They getting told on because, it's so many people pretending that you don't know who really 10 toes down and who's not. Like, I'm looking at this shit with Mike Epps and Shannon Sharp. Like, come on, man, y'all make it as, what I mean? Well, okay, Shannon Sharp might dive off in your ditches like a dentist, right? Because he probably, he probably get a little community service. But come on, Mike Epps, you ain't killing up, man. You know what I mean? Stop it. Because here it is, you talking about, man, I ain't doing no fighting. Man, you done made like 10 movies, man. You a multi-millionaire. Ain't no motherfucking way you throwing that shit away. So, let's be real, man. Stop pretending to be a street nigga. You are a funny guy.
But see, Mike Epps said that.
Funny.
I don't mean to cut y'all off, but see, Mike Epps said that. Mike Epps said he's a funny guy. It was Shannon Sharp the one made the threats.
Right, but even, listen.
So we got to talk about him. He the one made the threats too. Mike Epps. Mike Epps didn't make the threat.
No, here's the thing. Mike Epps did make a threat when he said, boy, I ain't doing a fight. I come from the street. I'm doing this. They give the implication, right? I always tell people, man, a lot of times people imply shit that they hoping it slide by you, right? And then they'll go off and I'm going to tell you how motherfuckers really is, especially bitch niggas is, because being 30 years in there, I've seen every personality type, I believe, known to man, right? And it's like, they'll sit down there and say some old shit like they trying to, slide something in hoping that you don't catch it. Then they'll go to this one and say, man, you see, I told that nigga this, that, and the third. But for real, they praying and hoping that you didn't catch that. Right? Because they're not willing to stand on business. And this is what this episode is going to be about. Dudes actually, and females too. I'm not excluding y'all. I'm not putting on a velvet glove with y'all. If you say something out your motherfucking mouth, be willing to stand on business. It's so many people that's getting away with that these days. I come out here, man, it's like, I feel like I'm almost in another country or something. Or hell, I'll go as far as saying another fucking planet. Because it ain't me being stuck in time. It's so many motherfuckers done compromise. They not willing to stand on business, man. Like, I was just talking to my co-host, man, before we started. And I said, man, I ain't going out there and start no fight with Tank Davis. Why? Because that man younger than me, this motherfucker is undefeated, and it's a good chance I might get my ass whipped. And so, if I'm not willing to take the ass whipping, or I'm not willing to kill him, then in the words of Baby, I'm gonna put some fucking respect on his name when I mention it. And that's what's being lost out here. But I like to hear what my co-host got to say. What you think on that, T?
Man, to be honest, everybody, look, like you said earlier, keyboard killers. Everybody is out here hiding behind the phone, because it used to be back in the day. Even like, I know, like my generation, we were just now starting to get the phones and stuff like that. But if we wasn't hearing about people talking about us online, it was like, all right, no, you heard this shit in school, such and such, such and such.
Right.
Either I'm gonna see you in school or I'm gonna see you in the neighborhood, because it was always one or the other.
Right.
It was
right.
never no opportunity where you could just disappear off the face of the earth. Even if you was walking home and went straight home, niggas was gonna catch you.
They were gonna catch you so
bad. It was
bad.
always gonna be like that. So it's like you had a lot less people talking, or I guess you could say speaking their minds now,
right?
Because they had protection. And honestly, even though like the internet isn't a solid thing, that's a barrier between a lot of people and them dying for real.
Right.
Because if half the shit that these people say on the internet, a lot of people don't realize people are psychotic out here. You say one
Absolutely.
thing, it triggers them, boom, clicks them all. Now all of a sudden they looking for you.
Right.
So, but I also think the internet made it a lot harder for people to find each other. Like before the internet, even though we didn't have Google Maps and Siri and stuff like that, we could find somebody quick, because you know our routine.
Right.
Now it's like, well, you look at somebody's location. If you don't see their location, you don't know where they at.
Exactly. Like the biggest fan of Black Jesus. What's his name? Black Genius? Yeah, Black Genius. Queen Black Genius. But like him, he's a prime example of this. He got up on his Facebook, it's blacked out so you can't see him. A prime example of somebody hide behind a keyboard. And I'm saying, man, like, you so right. Like, once upon a time, it was like, you said, man, I ain't gonna say such and such and such and such, because I know, boy, he gonna see me at the school, she gonna see me at the school, she might pull me about the classroom. And so people was more mindful of what they said. But now it seems like a motherfucker can say it, and then it just like, man, why you mad? I'm just saying words. No, you attacking my integrity, right? As a man, you know, and as a street nigga, you antagonizing my motherfucking G. You attacking my G. So no, see, because a lot of people, and like Gates want to say, they not willing to die for what they believe in, right? And if you're not, then man, please stop saying it. But I want to hear your thoughts on it.
I just feel like people need to mind their damn business. I'm serious. And like, I don't know these people, these celebrities and this and that. I don't give a shit what's going on in their world. But I feel like people, period, you know, just people, period, mind your business, stay in your lane. And,
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could feel how you want to feel about somebody,
right,
think how you want to think, but like you say, nowadays, if you say shit about people, some people are willing to not fight your ass, to come out and blow your ass away, and that's it. And I mean, I feel like people can voice their opinion, but like you say, you gotta be ready for, you know what I'm saying, if you're gonna voice some rude, ignorant ass, disrespectful shit about people, you just be ready for if they coming to whip your ass or kill your ass.
Hold up, the jumping again, once again, on the Mike Epps and Shannon Sharp Shay thing. Mike Epps is a comedian, and he was making a joke from his point of view. He was making a joke about the situation. You know what I mean? Shannon Sharp got upset about the joke. You know what I mean? So what happened to that? What happened to
that man got called a
I can't be a comedian and tell a joke now when I'm being threatened.
Okay, then here's the thing.
Because
go ahead.
Right.
I was gonna say, because comedians, if they're gonna tell a joke, it's a joke, but it's still the truth. What Mike Epps did, he told a joke and it was a lie, so it triggered him.
Right.
Exactly.
And the
And
lie
this is what I'm
started.
saying.
The lie started with him saying that Shannon Sharp hit him up to be on the show when he just admitted on whatever live he was on, saying that I was the one that said let me get on your show.
Exactly.
And didn't have an explanation as to why he said it. Nobody cares about the explanation because your joke was that he hit you up. So now your whole joke is invalid, but nobody know that until you confess. Like, that joke was bullshit.
Exactly. And so
Because when Cat Williams joke, niggas taking his shit for the truth. Because every time when you go check his fact check him, show me the Carfax.
right.
His facts line up.
Ain't no question.
Ain't no question. So now you got comedians, if they gonna say, all right, now if you want to be considered a great like Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, and all of them, tell the truth.
Right, and here's the thing as well. They saying that they telling joke. Just cause I smile and call you a bitch, don't mean that it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, no, don't disrespect me at all.
Yeah.
Right, and because I'm gonna afford you that same respect.
Yeah.
And so it gets to me when people does this and they do it all around in the streets. Dudes is in the rap industry and they athletes and shit like that. Like, yo, if you're a basketball player, man, be a great fucking basketball player. Don't keep sitting on that motherfucker. You in the game, you throwing up gang signs and all this, cause you're not a fucking gangbanger. And I'm tired of that shit. You're not a fucking gangbanger, so stop throwing it up. I don't give a fuck if you are a gang sponsor.
That's
or
what
not.
a lot of people are, though.
Right, but you are not a fucking gangbanger. You know, before my retirement, I was a real gangbanger. So you sit down there, motherfucker, man, and y'all keep saying this and people letting you get away with that. No, I'm going to call you on that shit. Because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And one of the reasons why I'm tired of it is that kids out here dying. Because they believing in you bluffing motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Right? They out here dying. Mothers out here crying. Motherfuckers getting told on, getting sent to the penitentiary every motherfucking day. Because you niggas out here playing with this shit. Y'all not standing on motherfucking business. If you say something out your motherfucking mouth, then nigga, be willing to represent it or don't fucking say it. It's just that simple. And this is not just coming from my point of view as a man. This is coming also from two females. Like, come on. Like, yo, this is wrong on every fucking level. And it's like Boosie said. I seen a TikTok on him lately, man, and I'm in complete agreement with it. Man, Boosie Badass say, man, motherfucker talking about the men out there, the ones claiming they stand on business, getting their fingernails painted and shit like that. And he say, man, a nigga don't give a fuck what another nigga say about him. But if the women start saying something, then niggas will start to try to change. So I'm saying to the women that watch this show, have this conversation with your man. Have this conversation with your male child, with your brother, and say, hey, look, I'm asking you, as all these things to you, I'm asking you, if you're not willing to stand on the shit that you say out your mouth, aka, as they like to call today, standing on business, then I'm asking you, as your sister, as your mother, as your daughter, as your aunt, whoever might care about them, right? You had that conversation with him and tell him, if you're not willing to stand on business, please stay in your lane.
So when you say that, OG, that's telling a child and saying you can't speak the truth, because if you speak the truth, somebody gonna do something to you. So don't say the truth because you in fear somebody gonna do something to you. So you know what I mean, I can't tell them to go in fear and say, don't say what's on your mind, which is the truth sometimes. Because if you say the truth and somebody say, I'm gonna fuck you up because you told the truth, then I'm gonna be afraid. That's how I'm gonna be afraid to tell the truth, because you just put it in his head, say, if you tell the truth, a motherfucker got the right to fuck you up. And that's not cool.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, whether it's cool, it is a harsh reality. And I give you a great example of that. We teach our children, especially as black parents, teach our children when they go out the street when the police pulls you over, don't make no sudden movements. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. Don't do nothing until he tells you to do it. He or she. The officer tells you to do it. We tell them to do that, don't we?
Yeah, but you talking about something different.
No, that's not different.
That's different. That's you talking about two different circumstances. There, you talking about
no, there's different circumstances,
no,
but it has the same. It comes from the same root.
Now you're saying for me, like I can't speak the truth because I'm in fear compared to I'm in fear because when the police pull me up and just do and obey the law, we talking about two different things. You know
I don't have a problem with fear. Like even if you go back to the times of Machiavelli, Niccolo Machiavelli from the 15th century. It was once asked Niccolo Machiavelli by the prince that is it better to be feared or loved, right? If you can't be both. And Niccolo Machiavelli said it is better to be feared. See, people sit down there and see because whether you want to realize it or not, right? And you want to wrap it around respect, no matter what you do in life, right? Even if it's down to your parents. You have a fear of hurting them. You have a fear of upsetting them. You have a fear, in some cases, of whipping your ass. And so you obey what's going on. And so people believe that they do these things. Like you drive your car every day cautiously because of what? You fear that somebody might run into your car if you don't sit down there and drive correctly. Right? You fear that. So fear is been deemed by society as an ugly word when in all reality, it is reality. It's not, if fear is in everything. Whether you sit down there and a doctor's performing surgery on you, he's taking his time, right? Because he fear if he does the wrong thing, it might kill you. See, we have demonized the word fear for so long, right? That they say, well, man, if you fear, man, you're punk. Man, if you fear doing something, man, you ain't like that. Man, this that. But fear is a part of our everyday reality. And people shouldn't sit down there and once again, pretending that it doesn't exist. Right? Only thing they trying to say now, they say, well, man, they're finally pretending that racism doesn't still exists. It's to the point, man. Like I said, fear. It is a part of our everyday reality. It's not taking away anybody's rights. It's saying, hey, put a limit on what you say to me. Right? Put a limit on it. I don't, like I said. When I was talking to my co-host about this early in the night, I said, man, I make sure I'm mindful of the respect, courtesy, everything with y'all. Why? Because I love them as co-hosts. Man, they are awesome to me. So I don't want them to sit down there and say, I don't want to deal with Frank Nitty no more. Because I know that now I got to go back and I got to go start looking again. My search is over. But fear makes me do this. Fear makes sure I put a limit on what I say around them, what I say to them. Because it means something. And we should not demonize or run away from that word just because it has been done so in the past.
I'm asking, man, OG, what make you think you do that? You think fear make you do that or respect?
I think fear breeds respect.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Sure.
Go
ahead.
The guy you mentioned earlier, he said it's better to be fear or respect.
Niccolo Machiavelli.
I can't look at it in one way. only because I feel some of what you're saying, and I feel like too, is it better to be fed or loved? I mean, maybe both to a degree in different areas.
How in the hell on God bring the cut it again? How in the hell on God bring earth you gonna fear and respect a motherfucker, love and respect a motherfucker at the same time?
Well,
It's
no,
an
I'm
opposite.
saying,
What's called the opposite way around. But if I fear you, I don't respect you because I fear you.
No,
If I respect you, I don't fear you. We talking about
Right.
two different things.
but
I see.
here's the thing. I can answer that. Here's the thing. You saying, well, man, if I don't feel you, then I still respect you. And like I said, I think the word fear has been taken out of context.
And see, let me clear up. See, I think respect. See, respect don't come from fear. If I come because I'm scared of you, that's not respect. You ain't gaining my respect because I'm scared of you. I'm just scared of you. That's fear. That's
Okay.
two different things.
Okay,
But if I respect you, that's something totally different.
see, here's what I believe, and I talked about this on one of the episodes of Become Home. This what I said. When you had two guys in there and they fighting that cell, and they sit in there and then they gain a mutual respect. I believe that no two people meets one another, man or woman, and both of them instantly has a mutual respect for the other. It has to be gained, right? It has to be nurtured like a child or a flower, right, or a plant. It has to be nurtured. It doesn't just happen like instantly. People like to say, "Man, me and that guy, we clicked right off the break." Oh, you didn't. You had to find out who that person was to respect them. Right? You had to find out who that person was in order to respect them. And because you did not start out respecting them, you looked at it like, man, fuck him. And there was no fear there. You see what I'm saying? So it's not that if somebody doesn't respect you, if somebody fears you, they won't respect you. Only thing that does, like I said, it puts a limit. See, people take that word out of context. It puts a limit to what you would say. Like to your boss. You fear losing your job, right? Because you know that I fear getting convicted from my home. So it's always a fear there, but people had demonized that word so much that they thinking it's something ugly. But it's something, to me, I don't call it ugly, I call it necessary.
I mean, but I didn't get to finish what I was saying.
Okay,
I was going back to the guy you said. He said, is it better to be fed or loved? And then I was saying in different, I see what you're saying on certain views, because you touch bases on a few different fears in different areas of fear. Like fearing a parent, fearing this, or watching what you say to people. And then my thing is this, what was I going to say? Is it better to be fed? You got a scared person to kill your ass. You got people that feed your ass that'll kill your ass.
But
Like
that's
they
because
did
that word been
Caesar,
taken out of
but-
context.
Yeah, and then, I mean,
It's like this. People just think black and white when they come down to fear. Either they fear you and they'll kill you if they fear you. But it's that word is to understand the definition of it is so much bigger than the actual word. People, like I said, you take everything you do, it has some percentage of fear in it. Because in the fear, what makes normal society put limitations on the thing they do. When people sit there and you fight, you might fight somebody. And you know you beating them, but that fear kick in and say, you know, if you kill them, no, you're going to jail.
oh yeah.
It's fear.
That's-
But that word has been put in such a small box, right? And in the course of that, it's being believed that this is some horrific word, and it's not. It's fear and everything. And so I say it's not about respect, because I know this. All right, my man Big E. Every time I'm in his wife's presence, I speak to her. 2 reasons. One, because I have entered her home. That's first and foremost. Second, because I don't want that to become offensive to him. Because I know if she finds it offensive, then so will he. And I do not, it's a fear that I don't want to sacrifice losing our friendship because of this. So I put limitations on things, and when I put limitations on things, I make it, it's like you putting it in a storage bank. Boy, don't do this. Well, make sure you come that way when you're doing that. Because, like I said, people have, unfortunately, demonized this word. And we have to, as a society, we have to stop doing that. We have to say, man, this thing goes, they put it in this little box, but this thing goes in many different boxes.
Yeah,
Right.
that's why I say different avenues of fear and
Right.
like and respect do come in there too. Like you say you come in, you enter a home, you speak, you do this and that. It's I feel like it's more of a respect thing than that.
But
you know what I'm saying?
here's the thing. When a stranger, complete stranger, people have a tendency to give a complete stranger utmost respect. Why? Here's the answer. Because they fear the unknown. They fear how this person might respond. Maybe not physically. They might be verbally, right? Whether it's they might respond emotionally. You might say something to somebody and they bust out crying, right?
Yeah.
So we're mindful of that, and we put limitations on the stuff that we say. And like I said, we had to get away from being a slave to that in the box thinking.
Yeah, but I think we're forgetting like that the beginning of wisdom starts with the fear of God. So it's being fearful. I 100% agree is never a negative thing because that's where you become wise. A wise man once said nothing because he knew that if he did say something, that might be his life. Not
Right.
that he's scared.
Right.
It's just that he would rather live than die at this moment.
Exactly.
So I think I agree with that people take out of context what it actually means to be fearful of something. And yes, it is a synonym to being scared for sure. Like, okay, yeah, I'm fearful, and I'm scared, but sometimes fearful has a meaning of its own. Like it could be a complete antonym. It's not. I'm not fearful. I'm just safe.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I said this on one of my episodes. I said, I'm not scared to die. I'm just somebody who doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
And, because I know that I can't get around the inedible. So I say, hey, I just don't want it to happen, but I know it's going to. So, exactly. So that's why I say, when it comes down to putting limits on what you say, right? What you do, right? I don't walk up and smack a woman on her behind because I fear that she'll turn around and slap the shit out of me. And she would be in the right? And if she decided, hey, I'm calling the police on top of this, police get there and say, you sit down there and smacked on her behind. Yeah, but she slapped the shit out of me. They don't give a fuck about that. They say, hey, you sexually violated her. So now I'm getting shit slapped out of me, and I'm going to jail. Don't add up. It's a lose-lose.
Sure is.
And as I say, my thing is, people don't demonize the word, but when it comes down to standing on business, man, if you're not willing to suffer the consequences, and this is mainly geared towards street dudes and street females, but if you're not willing to stand on business and suffer the consequences of what come behind it, please, for everybody who you care about, for their sake, if you're not willing to do it for yourself, then man, stay in your lane. Just be respectful, right? Because words, whether you think they meant something or not, and it said, they come back like you said, and kill you for that. Right? I'm respectful because I don't want to, I don't want nobody killing me because of something I said about both, because, hey, I be saying myself sometimes, boy, you sure you want to say that? Because I say, hey, somebody might kill me about that shit. But like I said, this episode is about standing on business. If you're not in that lane, then man, don't get in it. And if you say it, then stand on it. If you say this what you stand for, then be about that. And stop sitting down there pretending, because you're going to get a lot of people locked up and a lot of people killed. And this is what will happen to you when you sit out there and get caught bluffing.
Fuck niggas. Fuck niggas.
That's the type of shit happens to niggas who like to pretend. Females and males alike.
Yeah.
Right? When you like to pretend, you get your ass whipped. Right? If you want to act, then go to acting school, go to the School of Arts, one of them. I'm sure they got one in your city. But if you say something out your mouth, be willing to stand on business. If you're not, then don't say it. I leave y'all on that word with my co-host. Man, ask you stay tuned in, and by all means, give me your comments. You know, your thoughts on these sort of things. And once again, thank you for tuning in to the Frank Nitty Show. Y'all be cool. Peace.
Civil Wolf TV, y'all. Thanks for watching. Remember, hit that subscribe button, comment, share the video. Appreciate you. God bless.